Smisha Michael Curie, I'm Michael Curie, August Falcha, is Fiha Rove or Fad. You're very welcome here to the 2020 Creative Tech Fest in a very quiet, it has to be said, a very quiet and desolate visual theatre here in Carlow. It's been a strange year, but the show must go on. And now, for the next 90 minutes, we're live and we're celebrating all of your work, the Tech Spacers of 2020, your projects. We're going to give awards, and not just that, on our socials, we're going to give you the chance, if you use and tag us at ESB Creative Tech, we're going to give you the chance to win some lovely bonus prizes online. But before we start, I want to talk to someone who is very important in the sphere of tech space, and we're going to go live to her now. It's to the CEO of Creative Tech Fest, Marion Shackley. It's a very quiet theatre here in Carlow this year, a very different year, but as always, young people and their talent at the centre of today's festival.
Yeah, for sure, Micheál. As you well know, even planning for this event was a bit of a roller coaster with the impact of COVID starting to take hold again over the last few weeks. And I think that sense of uncertainty has been felt, especially by young people this year, as events and even milestones like exams were cancelled or postponed. So there was no interruption, though, to energy and enthusiasm for creative tech, and there's a real sense of resilience and I think a refreshing optimism in the projects that we've seen come through the Tech Space Network this year. And that's why we were so determined to make sure the ESB Creative Tech Fest went ahead. And I've just come out of the VR exhibition, and it's so impressive to see the level of creativity and ingenuity, not just emerging, but exploding from communities around the country. And like, you know, you've been to a lot of our events now and done MC and seen all the work, and TechSpace is all about opportunity and aspiration. And the diverse range of submissions really showcases what young people can achieve given the time, space, and encouragement. So I think the next 90 minutes there are really exciting. They're going to be a real treat, and it's a time for celebration and recognition for young people, youth workers, Moonshori in Gaelscoil and around the country. So wherever you are, pats on the back all around. And I think we can say for sure that one thing is certain, Micheál, with this kind of talent and show, we can rest assured that the future is bright.
Marianne said beautifully, I couldn't agree more. And it is a different year this year, but right now what I want to do, I want to cast our eyes back to 2019. It's a pre-COVID year, and it is ESB Creative Tech Fest in the Convention Centre. Thanks, Marianne.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, lock it, fill it, curl it, find it, view it, code it, jump and lock it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, stock, format it. Technology. Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, turn it, flip it, drag it, drop it, zip and zip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jump and lock it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it. Technology.
Some great memories there, and some great memories for you, Adam Cunningham, who joins us now on the line live, winner of Tech Spacer of the Year 2009. Had an accolade, Adam. So tell us exactly, remind us, what exactly did you do to win the award?
It really starts about 2 years ago when I first submitted a project into ESP Creative Tech Fest. It was a small little 2D platforming game that I made. That was really a big project that I ever really embarked on for a competition or otherwise. And I was fortunate enough then to win the Dút Crochiachta Award, Creativity Award. And then later on in the year, I entered a collection of little projects that I also made into Tech Fela. And I was also fortunate enough then to be awarded the Coders Fair Award, Best Coder. And then last year, I was very surprised. I submitted a VR bowling game into ESB Creative Tech Fest, and I was awarded the ESB Tech Spacer of the Year award.
Wow. And Machen, so to galore bunch of mat agad agus eitel to more agad komai Adam. So and Tain Rob Finish, the last thing I want to ask you is at the end of today's show, of course, we are going to be crowning the winner of the 2020 Tech Spacer Award. So we want some words of wisdom now from the reigning champion yourself to all those watching.
Well, really the most important thing I'd have to say to people that want to submit to make games for a living or to make any project is continue, always try, no matter what. I can tell you, I started coding when I was 6 and Coder Dojo, and I will say this: my first few games were not too great. Well, that's an overstatement. They were abysmal. But what you learn is that with time, since then, I've had 9 years, and it's only really now that I'm beginning to get to have the skills necessary to be able to win these awards. So always remember, it does take time. It always takes time to be able to really leave that sort of legacy. And so never, ever give up. You will be more than likely disheartened by what you first make. But if you keep at it and you keep dedicated, determined, then you will eventually succeed and you will get rewards.
The advice of a true champion, Adam Cunningham. It's no surprise that you are our reigning champion. And for all those watching, we want to thank you for coming along tonight. And of course, all those watching too, stay tuned, because in a few minutes, well, at the end of the show tonight, we're going to be announcing the winner of Tech Spacer 2020. Adam Cunningham, go to million maigat.
Gormagat to Fane.
There are hundreds of you tuned live right now all across the country in your youth groups. I want to say a big hello right now to Youth Work Ireland Laois. I want to say hello to Youth Work Ireland Tullamore, the Laois Traveller Project. You guys are tuned in live now as well as the Anne Kelly Arts and Crafts Summer Camp. Summer might be over, but it lives on in our hearts. Now, we're all here for one main reason. It is, of course, the awards. And this year, as always, the competition was fierce. The entries were vast. But right now, it's time to reveal the winners of our first 4 categories. And now for the ESB STEAM Award categories. Up first, we have the ESB Best STEAM Award. From soldering circuitry to science experiments, there are no limits to things you can create for the STEAM, that's Science, Technology, Engineering and Maths Award category. As you can see, the nominees in this category are Steam Racer, Ballywaltrim School Completion Programme, Technology from Sphere 17, Tech-Space STEAM Fringe by Feroiga Charleville UBU, and Electro Art from the Carlow Regional Youth Service. Well done, guys. The award in this category goes to Electro Art from the Carlow Regional Youth Service. Now, the ESB Sustainable STEAM Project. The nominees in this category are DC Bike Generator, the Finglas Youth Resource Centre, Greta Lockdown, Feroiga Ard Family Resource Centre, Satellite Imagery Project from the Feroiga Blanchardstown Clubhouse, and last but not least, Planet Savers from Gael Colossia and Fiershey. And the winner is, in this category, Satellite Imagery Project from Feroiga Blanchardstown Clubhouse. Now for the ESB Energy for Generations Award. Again, some strong entrants into this category. The nominees are STEAM, Ballywaltrim School Completion Programme, Technology from Sphere 17, Planet Savers from Gael Colossia and Fiershey, and DC Bike Generator from Finglas Youth Resource Centre. And the award goes to STEAM from the Ballywaltrim School Completion Programme. Up next, it's the award for ESB Engineer of Imagination. Loads of you entered this from all parts of the country. The nominees were shortlisted to two-player pinball machine from the Carlow Regional Youth Service, SpongeBob SquarePants World from Coláiste Vaughan, Technology from Sphere 17, and Best Steam from New KD Tech Space Castle Island. And the award goes to SpongeBob SquarePants World from Coláiste Vaughan. My ship, guys. The NYCI Best Online. A lot of you might be watching this show now from your youth clubs or with your youth leaders around the country. Well, no better time then than to announce the nominees for the NYCI STEAM and Youth Work Award. The nominees are Makerspace Shannon, Clare Youth Service, New KD Tech Space Castle Island, and Sphere 17. Congratulations, the award goes to Technology by Sphere 17. Well done, guys. So there you have it. The first 4 awards of the day have been announced, but don't worry, lots more to come. And congratulations to all of you who have won some awards so far. Now, it's time to talk to a TikTok superstar, not easy to say. Chris Murphy, or Chris Isanian-Dunn, as you might well know him better as, is talking to us live from County Meath in a second. But first of all, here's a look at all he gets up to.
I gotta go my own way. What about us? What about everything we've been through? What about trust? You know I never wanted to hurt you. What about me?
I've seen that. Why is there never out? No. Oh, Jesus, he's kicking. Tom, he's kicking. I felt a kick. Ooh. Let me feel. Oh, Jesus, that's a big kick. He'll play for county. He could be the captain. Our little sports star. Could you imagine if he played for Ireland? Tommy Figfer, yeah, Galanta, Argnosuk, Garov, Skubadine, Tassi, Donna, Egak, Dol, Dor, Kodatar, Shulvich, Kodatar, Shul, Tommy Figfer. So my friends and I were thinking about remaking a Disney movie, but putting it in Irish. And we decided to make Up, but then we were afraid to release it because we thought that Disney might sue us.
On the line, all the way from County Meath, is TikTok superstar extraordinaire Chris Murphy, better known as Chris Isanian-Dunn. Chris, how's things today?
Brilliant, DE. Powers, everyone. Thank you for saying TikTok superstar. Really appreciate that.
I mean, no word of a lie. Let's talk figures here, Chris, okay? So a lot of people will know you from TikTok. When we talk numbers, I believe we're talking over 3 million likes as it stands on TikTok. So I have to ask you, when did it all begin? Was this always the plan from day one?
Yeah, it's crazy. 3 million. Like I never really kind of anticipated something like that, or the amount of followers I have. It's just wild to me. But yeah, no, I always been creating content. Like ever since I got my first phone, it's just been always kind of making funny videos for my friends and stuff like that. And I suppose I have a little bit of an Instagram presence, and then that kind of gave me the motivation to join TikTok during quarantine. And yeah, I've had it since February, kind of recreated some of the popular videos, but did them all Gaeilge or did like an Irish spin on it. And yeah, people seem to like them. So, and people stuck around. So it's amazing. It's brilliant.
And speaking of TikTok, Chris, okay, a lot of us here use TikTok all the time. I'm trying to get into it myself. What's something that annoys you most on TikTok?
I'm not sure. I think the thing that annoys me the most is probably the hate on TikTok. There's a lot of trolls on TikTok, and it's very easy to make an account and be anonymous and kind of attack people. I got a lot of hate on one video, and it was like, I don't know, there's different sides of TikTok, but I ended up on a side of TikTok apparently that's like just wasn't accepting of the LGBT community or the Irish. So I made a video that kind of infused both of those. So I think I upset it and ruffled a few feathers, but sure, look, that's the game that it is, isn't it?
And it clearly hasn't stopped you. And not only are you on TikTok and Instagram, but you have a huge presence, as I've seen this week, on YouTube. So you're definitely a content creator. Tell us, in terms of equipment, Chris, and programs and software, what do you use?
Yeah, so I have this camera. This is what I use for my YouTube. It is a Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II. and it has a little viewfinder that pops up like that, so I can see myself when I'm filming. And then I edit the YouTube videos on Final Cut Pro on my laptop. And then TikTok, it's very brilliant. There's a lot of in-house editing on that. So you can use green screens, you can do slow-mo, you can do literally any single effect you want, put your face on anything, and that's all in-house. So I mostly use in-house editing on TikTok. And if there's anything that needs to be a little bit more cut clearly, I do it on my phone on an app called LumaFusion. So it's very easy to use, kind of like iMovie.
Great. A lot of apps there. So, Chris, I have to ask you the question. A lot of technology there, a lot of apps, a lot of software. Was technology something that always was strong or important or useful to you growing up as a teenager?
Yeah, I think honestly, I didn't have a huge amount of friends, and I think that like I kind of dived into like the tech world, and I was on Tumblr, on Twitter, and everything. I was literally in every website, every chat room when I was younger. So technology's played a huge part of my life, and I'm so grateful to live in a world that we have technology. And even now, it's more important than ever to be able to connect with one another, and so thankful that we have a world that we can be able to kind of communicate so easily and so flawlessly like we are today.
Particularly in the current climate, as you said, and we're all remote. Obviously, we're supposed to have you here. We can't have you here, unfortunately, Chris. But for all of those, and we've got hundreds and thousands actually of young people watching us live right now all around the country. The award ceremony today, of course, is our big reason for being here. We're rewarding some of the entrepreneurs, young people of the future are going to be the tech trendsetters of the future. So I guess, Chris, what I want to ask you as a final question is from a tech superstar to many others watching around the country who are inspired by what you do. Would you have any words, or what words of advice would you give them?
I would just say, just go for it, just do it. Like, I know a lot of people are afraid of making a fool of themselves, and I've definitely made a fool of myself on many occasions, and it lives forever on the internet. But if you don't do it, then you'll never do it. If you don't do it now, you're never going to do it. So I think while we're all young and beautiful, let's just bring our light to the world in such dark times, you know? Let's bring a little bit of positivity in negative times, and let's just get out there and do it, because no one's going to do it for you.
Preach, Chris. You said it so well. Listen, and Drocker, Nicolor, Ogin, and Ian Amfag. We're out of time. Chris, we know where to find you. Chris is Anium Dom on all the social media platforms, I'm presuming, and we put a link up to that on the website as well.
Brilliant. Gurmila.
Thanks, Chris. Now, from one TikTok superstar to 6 TikTok superstars, it's time to see what happens when 6 Irish dancing lads get together and amass over 1 million followers online. Here's Karja. Dara, another brilliant video. First of all, welcome to ESB Creative Tech Fest 2020. Another viral hit in the making, I'm guessing. So listen, no stranger to viral hits yourselves. Karja, tell us about Karja, how long he's going for, and about, of course, your recent successes.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I'm honored to be here. It's great to be here. And I'll just tell you a bit about Karja. So Karja is basically a group of 7 lads. We're all from the west of Ireland. There's 3 of us from Galway, there's 3 of us from Clare, and there's 1 lad from Cork. And we all met up at the Flat 3 years ago in Ennis, and we decided to make a dance group while we were there. So we started performing on the streets, and we actually really enjoyed it. So we kind of said to ourselves, you know what, how can we take this further? So we set up a social media account on Instagram first, and then recently on TikTok. And we just started producing a load of videos to trending songs. And we've recently gone viral, and we're just humbled by the whole reaction to our videos, really.
I mean, obviously, Dara, the quality of the dancing is amazing and the aesthetic as well. But how is it? What are your insider tips and tricks as to how to get a video like ML and Fubble out in the public domain? Is it a use of hashtags? Is it SEO? What do you guys do?
Yeah, I think the main thing from TikTok and from our experience, from what I can gather, it's to do with the sound and to do with hashtags as well. If you can take advantage of any trending song or any even trending dance and use that to your advantage, and then kind of put a slight twist on it and your own spin that kind of shows off your own creativity, that can really help. And that's what really helped us produce our viral videos, and that's what made them go viral.
Really good practical tip there. So you hijack what's already trending, get on top of that. It's going to get you out there, and that's obviously going to help. But obviously, Dara, you do have to have a concept, and your concept was so good. In terms of filming, what kind of equipment do you use? Do you have one of the guys who's in charge of photography, one who's in charge of uploading?
Yeah, so we record the videos at the moment on Francis's iPhone. He has an iPhone 11, so that's really suitable for TikTok because from our experience, it's easier to actually record through the app, so you can upload it directly then, and it keeps the quality of the videos really high. In terms of our Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook videos, I have a drone here, so I do some of the recording on my drone. So that's really nice to add a few aerial shots. Seamus, the guy from Cork, he also has a really good camera, so we use that to our vlogs. So we have a lot of different equipment, and really I just say to be wise with what you're using. A phone is suitable for TikTok, but maybe for Instagram, you can look further afield as well.
Amazing. And finally, Dara, it is a technology festival. We're celebrating all the young people in Ireland who are involved this year in the Creative Tech Festival. What words of advice have you for those who have taken part this year and those who maybe are inspired by technology and those who are maybe even considering careers in the use of technology going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're at a really, really important time in our history regarding technology. You know, it's evolving so quickly. And what I would say to young people is just use it to your own advantage. You know, be creative. You have all these different platforms. You have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. They're great ways to show off your personality. So I think if you can use those mediums to your advantage to show, you know, your true colors to the world, I think that's really good, and people can understand you. You'll develop a load of skills along the way. You know, you'll be able to edit videos, you'll be able to share them. So those skills as well can be really useful in other careers. So that would be my advice to everyone here today.
Brilliant. Well, as Kent go should be dull, on Yark and Yark, Dara, August to make Sukum, what Atten, what Echo, Uv, and Mahan Shaw. Thanks so much for joining us today, Dara.
PM Beats, a new era in excellence.
My eyes are opening and I'm hearing sirens. Heart pumping 150, but I'm feeling lifeless. I can barely move a muscle and my mind is slow. Last thing I can remember is the microphone. Someone tell me what happened. Was it a blackout or a fever? Path to help is on the way. It turns out I had a seizure. Day by day it was a battle. Day by day it was getting harder. Every day was getting colder and every night was getting darker. Like raindrops I'm falling, an easy mind is absent. I keep on getting up even though I'm still collapsing. Body shaking like a rattle, something I will have to handle. It's a war zone, it's a battle. A war zone, a battle. Having seizures every day, could this be my life? My nightmares are reality of sleepless nights. Family trembling with worry, never knew what I would take. Lay unconscious on the ground, but they know I'm awake. My arms and legs are jerking, and I'm afraid to leave the house. When I get uneasy feelings that I'm zoning in and out, I'm as quiet as a church mouse, but the times were at the hardest when I wake up in the day and I'm staring through the darkness. Like raindrops I'm falling, an easy mind is absent. I keep on getting up, even though I'm still collapsing. body shaking like a rattle. Something I will have to handle. It's a war zone, it's a battle. A war zone, a battle. My battle is my seizures. Staying strong is the procedure. Meditation is my leader. I'm not giving up, and you're not either. We are not just people, we are soldiers. You know what? We can do this. Let's take a rewind. My mind was unkind, had me fried some nights, broke down and cried. Confidence riddled and destroyed. What are these thoughts in my subconscious mind? Through the blood, sweat and tears, got back into reality and faced my fears. Head up and got support from all my peers. Need to race above the clouds. The time to be strong is now. I want you to scream and shout. Let's show the world, make a wow. Like raindrops I'm falling, an easy mind is absent. We'll keep on getting up, even though I'm still collapsing. Body shaking like a rattle, something I will have to handle. It's a war zone, it's a battle. A war zone, a battle. Like raindrops I'm falling, an easy mind is absent. We'll keep on getting up, even though I'm still collapsing. Body shaking like a rattle, something I will have to handle. It's a war zone, it's a battle. A war zone, a battle. Battle.
ESBs, a new era in excellence.
Tá coláisnaí bhón a ghlacapát sa glár TechSpace ó 2016, Tá mé heap go baineann nuair a thosa sé ar dús, agus as sin I le tá an ar a tréineáil Johntain múntarí difriúil agus chláir éagsúil agus trealamh éagsúil a fáte ein sa scoil. Dúnan an chláir se an difrioch go scoil bheag mar muide go mórmór ó híomh is dó I níomháin na crothaíochtaide ach an cheangal is féidir I dhéanamh leis an technolaíocht. Tá an táirn is dói gúil múntar ar bhódaine tá fear fasisiúnta agus andú le a hain is na hábhar STEM agus an technolaíocht agus a chugann go leorga go dáma is dói a crochan cín an ábhar seo in san scoil.
Tá an tá an seo ar in ismeán mar tá antaíocht ón scoil antaíocht ón príomhide agus an laspride ar an lasprívide orm blian ó hen. Freastal ar cuasaí servís le TechSpace agus dúirt mé okay, ceart go leor ní raibh is a gom níor chúla mé riamh faoi TechSpace. So chuig mé ann agus búil mé le Jules agus de Barbara agus cuid den múntóirí agus thosaigh mé an tréin agus an servís. Agus bhí antá dearaglam a ríis chur Jules Gléacharm agus chuig mé go dtí Centre Parks le grúpa múntóirí agus grúpa sanolaí leis an technolaíocht agus fála mé níos mó agus bhí mar ag caint agus I córa agus fála mar a lán rudaí agus bhí an deis going analú agus smuoineh mar I ri an lá scola tá mí ag ri ó rang go rang agus an bhfuil an fotocóp ag obair agus cadtá le déanamh inis agus uaireanta tá míad róganóthach chuna bheith ann ar smuointe agus ar saolaíocht a churisteach an ar chudaibra agus is mór an trú é sin mar tá an scéal agus saolaíocht ag daoine agus gan an deise sin a úsáid thugann sé sin an maithas ón chudaibra agus is mór an trúa de muidne mar daoine persanta agus don scoil agus don saoil níos móna sin. Chuig mé isteach a rang I mé agus dúirt mé le an drama bhí os mo chóir ranggailge a bhí a gceist. Agus tá mar ag díú ar leabhar agus dúirt mé le okay, let's tá pí obairhela gom le déanamh pí códáil scratch an ar bhiiste libh an dúirt na cólam. She was like, Helen, cén fá go bhfuil an locht oringna do obairhela a dhéanamh. And I said, well, sin an bun teiste a bheith mó rangsa. Leis an dram sin bhí riomhrí acu agus bhí siad go léir rih mé a críoc nó an scéal. Bhí scratch ar oscailteá agus thosaigh siad a gimmert agus ag tógáil agus an méid sprí agus gáire a bhí acu I ri an tréimhse sin a bhí siad a gimmert agus ag déanamh rudaí. Agus sin an maithas agus an nuair a chloisian tú áthas sa rang agus daltaí ag gáire agus leistigh san fálamíocht agus gan istó tá siad ag fálam agus ag doling leis an technolaíocht.
Some great work going on there in the Aran Islands. More tours around the country later on in the show. Now, how good was PM Beats, our rapper? He was here in Carlow a few weeks ago. Live, exclusive performance. Check him out online. He's definitely one to follow. I want to say hello quickly to Breffni Family Resource Centre. I want to say hello to Star and Tuam. All those watching from Feroiga in Roscommon, and all those watching at the Ballywaltrim School Completion Programme. Guys, great to have you watching online with us this year for the ESB Creative Tech Fest 2020. Right now, though, it's time for some more awards. And now for the Tech Space Digital Creativity Award categories. Up first, it's the Sound Production Award. Whether it was getting closer to the microphone, finding your love of photography, getting creative with those smartphones, making your latest song or beat stand out on screen, or showcase what you can do with creative softwares, you've been busy. First up are the nominees for Sound Production Award. Antogra, Skull Fubble Victara.
Na a vision daar go gedaan de maag se bin niet echt chagni. Could have station fire source a full host in a heden, or Honda Lou, but you couldn't do no. You cannot go shy on water, 3 wheeler shoe horner. An tarma vi gan sahu, agus sé a hoga sahu, farmak, the lingus, agus etsla na biche honig shit, the mark on ghoster, agus kuntus wort an armahu.
And where'd you go, Feroiga Burr? Can You Hear Me? Field recordings by Listowel Youth Theatre.
We are a youth theatre group from Listowel, County Kerry.
Our theatre class has been moved online in this brave new world.
So we are exploring our creativity in a new way.
Using audio and sounds. Thanks for listening.
Piece of Your Fish mashup. Feroiga Athlone.
Show me a piece of your heart. I'm calling you up to getting down, down. Show me a piece of your love. I'm calling you up to getting down, down. Show me a piece of your heart.
And the winner is Where'd You Go, Feroiga Burr. From sound to pictures, the world of photography is in good hands if the entries we received are anything to go by. The nominees for the Photography Award are Jingle Bells by Sedan Feroiga Youth Club, Late Night Swim by Sedan Feroiga Youth Club, The Mask from Blanchardstown Community Training Centre, and Taibsha Calcha Janta Igmanskol Harman. And the winner is Jingle Bells from Sedan Feroiga Youth Club. What do you get when you put sound and photography together? Well, you might get a short film, but no guarantees. A major award coming up here. So, the nominees for short film are Autistically Awesome by Kumasu Centre Eastside Youth Service, Clubhouse Lockdown Photos 2020 by Feroiga Blanchardstown, Iron GSMP 2020 by Kalashni Podrick, and Cluedo Clubhouse Edition from Feroiga Computer Clubhouse, Blanchardstown. And the award goes to Cluedo Clubhouse Edition from Ferrige Computer Clubhouse, Blanchardstown. But of course, without music, where would any short film be? Now it's time for the award for Best Music Video. Oh, I like this category myself. The nominees are Dad Says No from Saidan Ferrige Youth Club. You Will Be Found by the Athlone LGBTI group. COVID When We Were Young from Fuse Youth Club Finglas. And MC Smara Anxiety by the Finglas Youth Resource Centre. And the award goes to COVID When We Were Young from the Fuse Youth Club Finglas.
Everybody loves the things you do, from the way you talk to the way you move, and everybody is watching you, 'cause you feel like home, you're like a dream come true.
And finally for now, in the Digital Creativity Awards, we have the Best Design Award. The nominees in this category are Berry Drugs Not Your Dreams booklet from the Youth Club Ireland, the Midlands. Monster Munch from Blanchardstown Community Training Centre. Jane's Animation Graphics from Ferrige Blanchardstown Clubhouse. And The Solar System from Blanchardstown Community Training Centre. And the award goes to Berry Drugs Not Your Dreams booklet launch from the Youth Work Ireland Midlands.
Everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you.
out on the dance floor. 1, 2 to the 3 to the 4. Everybody drunk out on the dance floor. 1, 2 to the the 3 to the 4. Everybody drunk out on the dance floor. 1, 2 to the 3 to the 4. Everybody drunk out on the dance floor. 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 Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Maybe with another girl. I just want you here with me. I just want you here with me. I don't even know where you are or who you are with. I don't even care. I just want you here with me. Watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, babe. Touch it, watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, babe. Touch it, watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, babe. Touch it, watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, babe. Touch it, watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, babe. Touch it, watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, babe. Touch it, watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, babe. Touch it, watch it. Watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, babe. Touch it, watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, babe. Touch it, watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, babe. Touch it, watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, babe. Touch it, watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, babe. Turn it, watch it, babe. Touch it, watch it, bring it, touch it, watch it, turn it, bring it, touch it, watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, Watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it. Touch it, bring it, babe. Watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it. Touch it, bring it, babe. Watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it. Touch it, bring it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it. Touch it, bring it, babe. Watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it. Touch it, bring it, babe. Watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it. Touch it, bring it, babe. Watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it. Touch it, watch it, turn it, bring it, babe. Turn it, watch it, turn it.
Thanks, Scott, for that. And you can catch his full performance online after the show. Now, as you can see on the line to my left, stage right, I think, Jack Kavanagh calling in from County Meath. Jack, first of all, thanks for joining us today.
Oh, I am absolutely delighted to be here.
It's a big day. It's a big day for technology in Ireland, Jack, and I know that's something that's played a huge important role in your life. But let's go back to the beginning, Jack, because I know age 20, which was a few years ago for you, well, something happened to you that has changed your trajectory forever. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so just as I was coming out of my teenage years, I was working as a lifeguard and a windsurfing instructor for the summers. And at the end of the first summer in college, I went off on holidays with some of my best friends. And on the first day of that holiday in Portugal, I ran down a beach, dived into the water as I'd done so many times before. My head collided with a sandbank, and in that moment, I broke my neck. And so life took on a very different trajectory for me at that time. And so the story goes.
So the story goes, and obviously we can't see now, but it did result in you being confined to a wheelchair. Well, indefinitely, Jack. I know you were in college at the time as well, and we can't even imagine the impact that would have had on you. I suppose before we do talk about technology, in terms of a mental health viewpoint, what was it that, because you're so strong now and you're able to talk about this so confidently, what was it like at the time? What helped you get through that difficult period?
Absolutely. We all face massive challenges in different parts of our lives, and nobody is saved from that. And whatever challenge any individual faces is just as valid. And the thing that really helped me was, I suppose, taking an approach that I would call optimistic realism. So it starts with realism by facing like what is the reality or the hardship or the challenge that I'm dealing with. But then it says, well, how can I deal with this in a proactive way? Or how can I look at the upsides or the opportunity, as hard as it might be? And it doesn't deny what's actually going on. It allows you to grieve, but then what can I learn from this and how can I move forward? And that was kind of approach that I took. I went through some really hard times, but it was always about how can I move forward in a constructive way and learn from this and make the best of it.
In terms of technology, then, Jack, tell us about the positive effect, I'm hoping and presuming, that technologies, particularly new technologies, had on your continued recovery, I suppose.
Absolutely. So technology has been integral since the very beginning for me. And, in the early days, it began with simple things like not being able to type. And so I would use voice assisted technology far before the technology was on our phones, to do exams and to write on my laptop. And after learning to type, my interaction with technology took all sorts of different forms, from the wheelchair that I use and the way that that's designed using AutoCAD and bespoke measurements and all these kinds of things, to the bikes that are designed by engineers and scientists that I use. And even today, I have the privilege of getting the opportunity to walk in an exobionics exoskeleton, which helps people with mobility impairments to almost act like transformers and stand up and walk around. And so all of these elements are made possible through technology and science in different guises.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And obviously, I mean, a lot of young people watching this right now, are the future creators of the country, Jack. They're going to go on and achieve internationally. We talked to Adam Cunningham earlier, last year's winner of the Tech Space of the Year. So for those who are watching and those who are in line for a while, you give these young people?
You're breaking up a little bit, but I think that the message is what would I say to these young people? And I would say science and technology is an incredible place to pursue a career, and it's very purpose driven, because if you think about it, the end result of everything that is creative, it's a very creative field, and it's a very curious field, has direct impacts on other people, be those in science or medicine, or whether you apply it to food, the world of food, or of online gaming, or product creation. All of these are scientific endeavors that involve technology as well. And you can have a real positive impact on the quality of life of people the world over by getting involved in science and technology.
Amazing, Jack. We would love to talk for longer, but I do encourage everyone and young people out there who are watching, who are, I'm convinced, interested in your own story, to check you out. You're online, jack-cavanagh.com. I'm thinking, am I right, Jack?
Yeah, so that's Jack with the minus symbol.com, jack-cavanagh.com. So Jack minus symbol Cavanagh.com.
We're almost halfway, we're over halfway through the show. Lots more to come. At this stage, I want to say a big hello to all of you watching. I want to say hello to the Foróige Gateway Youth Projects. I want to say hi to the FCJ Secondary School. You guys are watching in Bunclody. You're also watching from the Youth Work Ireland group in the Midlands of the country, and Cedric Usher. You're all very welcome on board. So what's that I hear? You want some more awards? Let's go. Now it's time for the Creative Computer Science Award categories. Up first is the Creative Crossover Award, and the nominees are Virtual Summer Camp 2020 by the Clare Youth Service, Remote Control Forklift by Gael Chalasha Vichivnia, Step Back by Sedan Foróige Youth Club, and Why Cakes Rise by Gort Youth Services Foróige. And the prize in this category goes to Remote Control Forklift Gael Chalasha Vichivnia. Now it's time for the Innovative Computer Science Award. These awards are all about developing original ideas and using your skills to break new ground in computer science and coding. The nominees are Virtual Summer Camp 2020 by the Clare Youth Service, Autistically Awesome by the Kamasu Centre Eastside Youth Service, Planet Savers by Gael Chalasha and Fiercy, and Why Cakes Rise from Gort Youth Service Foróige. Congratulations guys, the winner in this category is Planet Savers, Gael Chalasha and Fiercy. Well done to all the winners so far. Lots more categories to come. Now, Martha Le Feshkinch, Hevlum, and Shot me Capu, and Shot, I think, all the way from Kerry, our favourite Kerry man, live being beamed in Dahi O'Shea, Jay Matari Latza.
Mihal Tamaroser Fad, Tasha Gahunta, the Haunta no.
Ain't fab. Well, Dahi Martaso, as you know yourself, we're here celebrating everything about technology today. So, I suppose the first thing to ask you, Dahi, is are you Android or iPhone?
I'm Android.
Okay.
Do I disappoint you? Because anytime I say that, people look at me going, "Oh, really? Are you really?"
It's always the way. You're either definitely one or the other. Like I'm iPhone myself, but I would struggle now with Android.
Okay. Yeah.
You know?
See, I suppose it's just what it's like. It's like when you start speaking Irish to somebody for the first time. It's very hard to speak English to them after a while because you get into a mode of speaking Irish to someone. And I think it's the same thing when it comes to phones. I've always had an Android, and I never, even though I do have an AirBook, a Mac AirBook at home, and my wife has an iPhone. But no, I said I'd stick with it, and I got a new phone probably around 3 or 4 months ago. And my wife Rita asked, "Would you go for an iPhone?" I said, "No, I'm kind of happy with the Samsung."
Yeah, and you see that's the thing. You stick with Dahi, listen, apps.
Yeah.
August Rella. I'm presuming you've got apps in your Android phone. What is your top 3 most used apps in your phone?
Probably WhatsApp would be Ibrahim. Though then would probably be Netflix because I'm always away at least one night a week, if not 2 nights a week. I go over working, and particularly these days now, I tend to stay sometimes because I meet less people. So Netflix would be another very, very big one that I'd always go into. And probably the best app that ever came into existence, if you work in Cork, is the Cork Park Your Car on Your Phone app.
No.
So I'm not too sure if for people who aren't familiar with Cork, you still have to get those tickets where you scratch off like a lottery ticket.
Right.
So you can actually do it on your phone. I got that last year, and so it saves me running out of studio in the middle of an ad break and coming back in to park my car during a live show, which I've done before.
I mean, isn't it mad thinking back? Like, where would we be without apps? I always think, certain apps. You said the parking one. There's some that I use too. WhatsApps. Where would we be? And I mean, today, of course, the young people all around the country who are watching us live. These are our app creators of the future. This is what's coming along the line here. So I suppose, Dahi, from your point of view, technology has obviously played a big part in your life now. What would be your words of wisdom or your advice for these entrepreneurs who are watching?
Well, I suppose first of all is when you're an entrepreneur, you have to believe in yourself. That's the first thing. And I know we all follow people. Say, for example, if you're a TV presenter, say when I was growing up, I was looking at people like Mike Murphy and Mary Kennedy. They were the people who really stood out to me. And of course, Gay Byrne as well. And for a while, you tend to follow these people when you start in a new job. as a presenter, and you do the same thing really when you're an entrepreneur. You look, say for example, if you're developing different apps, you're looking at other apps to see how they're doing. But at a certain point, right, and this is all down to the individual, I think, where you go off on your own course, and you're going to hit a few bumps, you're going to hit a few fences. That's all part of it. And I think the bit of advice I have is that when you hit those fences, and we've all hit those fences in different aspects of life, it's not how you fall, it's how you get up again. And you just have to believe in yourself. And it's no, like, one of my kind of mottos is like, why are you trying to be like everyone else when you were born to stand out? And you can use that on the football field, you can use it on TV, you can use that when it comes to making apps as well. So I suppose that's a kind of a bit of advice I have. So if you do fall down, just get up again and go for it.
Amazing, and I'm sure good luck shades and come over shin. That got a mile Maigat. I know go to Taffin, you're recording yourself today remotely like the rest of us. Thanks so much for your time, Dahi, and we'll see you on the TV and online very soon.
Gormagat vi har agus fair play by tanto Jenna Jabbo and agus Jabbo and TJ Car Homa.
Nobody knows. I'm dripping on some love. Your eyes, blue is the sky. You're smart.
At the start of lockdown, when we did the Zoom calls, it was a bit hard because we couldn't come into U Club and interact with everybody, but it was fun because we did loads of activities and they tried to make it as fun as we wanted. There was quizzes and a treasure hunt, so one of them would say something and you have to go and run and grab it. But it probably wouldn't have been as fun as being in the youth centre and interacting with everybody.
There's a great background of music in Mullingar anyway, so we have music jam going on here, and we do an events production programme with the young people as well. So part of their events production programme was a QQI level 5. Last year we were running a music jam concert and the kids set it all up and they staged it and they filmed it and they did all the sound with Frankie. So they used all the text-based equipment to do that. And then more recently, we've been using the text-based equipment again to video our young people developing songs. So they wrote their own songs. We have 7 groups of young people wrote their own songs. It was amazing to be able to do it because I'm a complete technophobe, but when you have that little square thing with the microphone that's real fuzzy and you just set your phone into it and it works and you get the kids and they're not intimidated by it, that's been massive. So we've learned, the kids of course took to it like ducks to water, loved it, absolutely loved it, and they're genuinely brilliant at it. Some of our young people would have reading difficulties and writing difficulties, but when you give them the tech stuff, they get it, they absolutely get it.
The resources here over in the music department they're absolutely fantastic. So I got loads of live experience with Frank. He's kind of taught me over there, and we have 2 sound desks and there's loads of speakers in PA, so I'm working at everything from live rock gigs to choir gigs as well, so it's a really wide aspect there on the whole industry. There was a songwriting workshop here, and I took part with one of my friends I play music with, and we got to write a song then with Justin, and it really helped me discover new writing processes, and we got to record it then. As lockdown kind of came about, we managed to work remotely, and we kind of finished off the song. We were bouncing ideas back to each other, and we got to record a little demo of it then, and it was good to keep it going over the break.
Mullingar has been based here in Colin Barracks for the last 5 or 6 years. We have converted a lot of the spaces. This great hall is used for everything: performances, concerts, training. We have the music production suite down the far side. It's a multifunctional space. First time we got the funding from TechFest, we made Mullingar our first hub, and that's when we started training our youth workers. And the ripple down effect from that then was that the older young people became part of those projects.
Big hello to all watching. I want to say hello especially at this interval to Gatin you type brat earn skull were Cahern the Troker by a Trum, Falcha is Fiha Road guys, and to the Feroiga groups in Burr, Nina and Rath English. Great to have you on board. After the show, I do recommend you check out our augmented reality experience. It's live now on the website, but don't check it out just yet because right now it's time for some more awards. Now it's time for the ESB Tech Space Sustainability Superheroes Award category. Scratch, Climate Changer from Gail Colossia and Fiercy. DC Bike Generator from Finglas Youth Resource Centre, and our Epic Solar System from Feroiga and Family Resource Centre. And the winner is our Epic Solar System by Feroiga Ard Family Resource Centre. Another of our biggies. Where would we be without the great work of our volunteers? Well, this is the perfect category to honour just that. The nominees for Tech Space Volunteer Club Award are Yo-Yo Youth Cafe Mullingar, Plough Youth Club Ballymun, Sidan Feroiga Club, and Come On the Veen. And the award goes to Sidan Feroiga Club. And now it's time to honour our COVID community responders. The nominees are Virtual Summer Camp 2020 from the Clare Youth Service, Abby Barrett from Skull Phobal Victara, Carna, Michelle O'Sullivan, New KD, Castle Island, and Tracy Moore from Youth Work Ireland, Midlands, Mullingar. And the award goes to Virtual Summer Camp 2020 from the Clare Youth Service.
Hello, I'm Deirdre Mortel from Rethink Ireland, and I want to say congratulations first to everybody who took part in TechSpace, which I know is a great programme, and a special congratulations to all of you who are winners in the ESB Creative Tech Fest. So big day today and well done. I was looking at some of the candidates and one of them really stuck with me, so I wanted to mention Oisín Flynn's project, Autistically Awesome. And Oisín, you said, I am not broken and I do not need to be fixed. And I want to say thank you for reminding us of that. That's going to stick in my mind for a long time. And that's a great example of what ESB Tech Fest is all about. Have a great day.
Hiya Cordia, tá áthas lethir a bheith libh go fíorúil inniu chun Creative Tech Fest a hóla. Tá is a gom go bhfuil an-obair déinte a gcuimh le roinnt mína nuas chun bhar nintrálacha a réiteach. Bhuailm an de seo a hapú le cohordagus a gabhfuil libh agus leis na hideachasóirí ar fad as an éachta tá buinte amach a gcuimh. Cohordas le gach búteóir in neach réimse a freisin. Bhuailm a rá libh ar mahon agus ar son an rialtais go bhfuil muid thar a bheith bródú le sibh agus sibh ag trabha ar aghaidh leis an obair sa tréimhse choíoch seo, cuinigí oraibh leis an d'obair.
Hello, I'm Ruth Freeman, the Director of Science for Society at Science Foundation Ireland. We're delighted to be a supporter of ESB Creative Tech Fest, and I want to congratulate everyone who's participating on the amazing work you've been doing over the last year. Hearing about your work makes me optimistic that we will meet all of the challenges we face, and I know it will inspire many people to think about how we can do things better. Well done, and keep coming up with solutions.
Hello right now to all of you watching live from the Feroiga group in Ballina. Hey guys on the West Coast. Also to the Drum Youth Centre, welcome aboard. The Listowel Youth Theatre Centre, nice to have you here guys. And also the New KD Castle Island branch, watching us live from the beautiful, might I add, Visual Theatre in Carlow today on our own, but we're still having fun now. Drum roll please. This is it. It is time for the Big Four. Look, for the final time, roll VT. A prestigious category and some prestigious nominees. Let's take a look at who made the cut for the ESB Tech Space Educator of the Year Award. Congratulations to our nominees. Helen Creedon, Colossia Neve Owen, Michelle O'Sullivan, New KD, Castle Island, Suzanne Kelly, Ballywaltrim School Completion Programme, and Gary McKee, Clare Youth Service. The award goes to Helen Creedon, Colossia Neve Owen. But now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a drum roll if you will. It's time for our biggest award of the year. This is the award for ESB Tech Spacer of the Year. done, Sean Samra from the Finglas Youth Resource Centre.
Huge congratulations to every single tech spacer across the country for what you've achieved this year in such horrible, difficult times. The projects that have come through are so inspirational, and I know it's not quite the same us being together virtually today, but I think the guys in Camara and across the Tech Space Network have put together a really amazing programme. And to everyone who's up for an award today, the best of luck. Whether you win or not, what you've achieved this year is absolutely amazing, and you should be so proud of the work that you've done with TechSpace.
It's amazing to see so many youth organisations and Gael Scalena involved in this year's Creative Tech Fest. TechSpace just keeps getting better and better, and at Sonelec we're really happy to continue to support it. We are so inspired by the energy and the creativity of all the young people involved. So thank you and enjoy this year's Tech Fest.
It's almost the end of the show, but not quite yet. We have to thank just some of the amazing people without whom's help tonight would not be possible. I want to bring in the band. Look, let's bring in the band. Hey.
Hello.
Okay, guys, we need to know who you are, what your role was. Let's start with yourself, Jen.
Hello, so my name is Jen and I am the TechSpace Program Manager. So I work with Camara Ireland when I get to work with loads of amazing creative people who are busy supporting everybody on the ground. So I was helping with all of that.
Hey Jen, who's beside Jen?
I'm Leah, I'm the Digital Education Officer.
Fantastic. And below Leah on the bottom left we have
Eddie Quinn, and I'm an Education Officer on the Clore team.
And below me right now.
Hi, Michal. My name is Paul, and I work on TechSpace program as well. And I've been working with loads of different groups around the country as well to get them ready for Tech Fest.
So, Jen, great show today. Tell us about your favorite part.
Favorite part, seeing all the work from the young people, but also like recognizing all the teachers and the youth workers and the various kind of inspirational people around the country that have just, regardless of what scenario we're all in, made sure that young people are supported. So I think
Leah, a very, very different year this year. Tell us what it was like.
I mean, I wasn't sure what to expect. The whole time we were planning it, I still couldn't even visualize what this is going to look like. So I'm so proud of our team for pulling it off. And that VR exhibition is amazing. Well done, Paul and Eddie, who done most of the work behind it. I know they had some help as well, but it looked amazing. But like just to see the amount of work that has been coming in over the last couple of months, it's just been absolutely amazing to me to see young people working on their own initiative at home, as well as youth workers inspiring young people with what they have, which is really normally just a Zoom call or whatever. So it's amazing to see how many young people stayed engaged with their youth organisations and stayed creative. So I'm just blown away by the work.
Preach, Leah. And speaking of talent, Eddie, you were here with us when we recorded our 3 exclusive performances in the Carlo studio. I mean, a day to celebrate talent today, Eddie, right?
Absolutely. It's incredibly humbling actually to see how talented those particular 3 young people that performed on the day are, but also the young people that took part to compete for the awards. From every corner of the country, it's quite clear that we are an incredibly creative bunch, both the Camara staff and the youth workers from all over the country that we love to engage with and support as much as possible. It's just that the creativity just dumbfounded me. It is so impressive, and I'm really looking forward and dreading on some level to see how creative people get through this COVID journey with us all.
Big time. But Paul, overall, you enjoyed the Creative Tech Fest 2020 remote viewing.
Yeah, it was very strange. It was very different after, so many years of being able to kind of get up close and personal with people and see the work that they're doing, So this year it was a big change for everybody, I guess. But the standard of the work still was so high. And again, like other people were saying, just the adaptability and the creativity to kind of take problems and do a little bit of a workaround, but we're still able to make something really wonderful as well. So, like, bula bus to all the young people out there, and to the youth workers and volunteers and teachers that are working with them, you know.
Paul, you said it there, and I mean, as we said at the beginning, Jen, Leah, Paul, and Eddie, without yourselves, this wouldn't be possible. We have nobody in the audience to clap for you today. So to say goodbye, we want you to clap yourself out. Thank you and goodbye. Bye-bye. Just some of the guys there, and I want to bring back in Marianne. Marianne Checkley, what a 90-minute show, eh?
Wow, I'm blown away, Micheál. What an amazing showcase. And congratulations to our new Tech Spacer of the Year, Sean. Sean, I'm looking forward to following your journey because this is just the start for you for sure. And congratulations and thanks to all the young people who make the beautiful energy of the Tech Space Network what it is. And to all the youth workers and Moonchori for their never stop learning attitude and absolute commitment to brighter futures. And I think a special shout out to the TechSpace team and all at Camara Ireland this year who only saw solutions. You'd fit in well, Micheál, because you've pulled out all the stops to keep the show on the road. And finally, thanks to all our supporters, the Department of Culture, Heritage and the Gaeltacht, Rethink Ireland, Science Foundation Ireland, Sonna Lake, Google, and of course the main sponsor for this event, ESB. ESB's Energy for Generations programme saw the potential of TechSpace a number of years ago now, and I hope they're as proud as we are of the scale of talent on show today. So stay well, everyone, keep the creative tech going, and see you all next year.
Thanks, Marianne Chackley, CAO there of Camera Ireland, put wonderfully well. And as Marianne said, there has been and there is a huge team who have worked behind the scenes to make this year's show a reality despite all the obstacles. And I think for the first time, maybe ever in history, I'm looking at them all in kind of the one place now. And I want to welcome a big welcome to everyone. Hey guys. This is your Tech Fest team. Hey! Well, what a show it's been. I want to say a huge thank you to the Creative Tech Fest team who really have been working so tirelessly behind the scenes to make this show a reality in the strange year that we've had. I want to thank also all your youth leaders, your educators, your facilitators. Maybe you're watching this show with them now in your clubs, maybe you're watching at home. But most importantly, I want to thank you guys who are watching right now, you guys who have worked all year with your projects despite the circumstances. We hope you enjoyed the show. We feel and we know the future is bright and safe in your hands. You've been very busy on social. Keep tagging the hashtag ESB Creative Tech. Keep tagging us on all your social media platforms. Keep an eye on our platforms this evening for the details and the results of our winners of our competitions. Aka Uinya or Fa. We're going to leave you now with an exclusive performance from Gaeltacht-based band Burn Church. They were here last week. They recorded a performance especially for us. We're going to leave you with them now. Aka Uinya or Fa and Shaw. From all of us here, thanks for watching. Torara, August Chiefy Mudge and Vlaincha Hugging Shiv.
De vagezelten, Khalifa door met Gidas op de garnacht is de broer. Dan nog net als German there, Annie lange Joe, Wimmer ik splash door ik zoek aan show. En man in een geel, de goede verschil is een ration one. Ach, nu je met German there, al veel in. She been as vliegen wie een zotten. Oh, waar verdozen dat een pan. Is een gerucht me hier goed. Skap she zal is hoog is RRC. De vagezelten, Khalifa door met Gidas op de garnacht is de groep. your degree, but home I can't graduate shit, can't get a shit. Me around with bond, relaxo hostel. It's jen she got fait for life. Ach en nooit zo'n gauwer. Sheetje en moer is gachlie. Goeie lang met jou. Laat maar nearly net de mono. Haar tot de laas hier. Is maar iets, more eat this eternity. Door een hand ik zie de dier in het oog. Shade of fire so thin. Kan niet vatten met je, dat zal toch haar nog. Is de roer. Strong share over what the game. I hope doing your degree. But home I can't graduate shit. Can't get a shit. Dear the fire so thin. Cause scream it got her earth. That's off the heart now. Is the root. Shade the fire so thin. Oh, the scream which got her earth. That's off the heart now. Is the root. You hope to do it. Can leave I don't my genie and for time of earth good job.